There's no mistaking the bold face of the new generation Ford Rangers. This one is the Platinum. That means it's the top spec model in the range. But now, the question I'm going to ask you is, which Ranger would you choose? Savvy investing is best left to the experts. And when it comes to offshore investing, it's even more important to talk to an expert. Well, Earl Don from Forexpert is the guy you should be talking to for your offshore investments. Hi, I'm Alan R. from MotorMatters, CHANGECARS and all things motoring. The Ford Ranger double cab new generation buckies that won SA Car of the Year 2023, although it was a double cab. There are single and extended cab models in the range as well. In fact, the range is massive. The ride quality of the new Ranger is something to be observed, something to be experienced. So what I'm going to concentrate on this one is not would you buy a Ranger, because basically you've got a choice of 3 or 4 models in this category, in this price range. We know the Hilux, obviously, the Isuzus come into it, etc., etc. But what I'm looking at today is, would I buy the Platinum or would I want one of the other models? That's bold, it's big, it's got LED headlights, it's got all these sort of features you'd expect, because this is the top spec model. You come around on the side over here, you can see big 20-inch alloy wheels over there. That, of course, is a big factor over here, because only a few of the models right at the top of the range have that V6 diesel engine. 184 kilowatts, 600 Newton meters of torque, 10-speed automatic gearbox, and on this one, driving depends. You can set it for 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, 4 low, or 4 auto even. You've got all the choices, everything you want. Nice, big, substantial running board over there. Again, another big factor. Let's just pop open the back door over here. Now, I always comment driver's seat set for myself, but on Platinum spec, it even gives you the comfort access. So the seat has actually gone back from my driving position after I switched off the ignition to give me more space to get in and out. But it's still pretty good space at the back. You have a look over here, you've got aircon vents, you've got a 12 volt over there, and you've got USBs. I'm having a look over there for the back seat. So it's got all that for you. If you have a look, I'll show you, let me move over. You've got your quilted leather, look at this, your quilted effect leather seats over there. So you've got, this is luxury. This could be in a luxury sedan, a luxury SUV. It happens to be in a luxury double cab. Don't think it actually matters all that much, quite honestly. But it's big, it's bold. You know about the size of the vehicle, you know all the things. And in Platinum spec, it even comes with the roller shutter, which, press that, hey presto, powered as well. What more do you want? Remembering that Rangers have even got an inverter fitted in the buck, but that's across a lot of the models in the range. I've mentioned to you now the engine, because that's the big thing on this vehicle. Do you need the 3-litre diesel instead of the 2-litre bi-turbo diesel that of course drops you from 184 to 154 kilowatts and from 600 Newton meters to 500 Newton meters? If you're going to be towing, you definitely want the 3-litre. If you're not going to be towing, well, I don't know. These are the questions only you can answer for yourself. So let's just jump in, let's take it for a drive, let's see what it's like on the road, and let's also obviously check out what it's like inside. On the road, you've experienced on the channel the Rangers before. The smoothness compared to any other double cab bucky is definitely standout. I know the opposition are going to catch up with them soon, I know it for a fact, but right now this has got the smoothest ride of any double cab around on the market. This 3-litre diesel engine, it's not like an old-fashioned diesel. Can you hear? It's got more of a luxury car purr to it. You can put your foot down, you can drive it like a hooligan too if you want. It just is so smooth. That 10-speed automatic gearbox, I don't know, I never feel a shift, that's for sure. I don't know what you would have to do to feel a shift when you're driving with this gearbox. But just overall, it is ultra. I'm on a really bad piece of road right now. I think you can see where it's been patched all over the place. So it's almost a little bit unfair. But the ride is still, I can tell you, compared to many other cars I bring around this area, it is superb. You can feel the traction of this motor. It just goes and goes. It just pulls and pulls. It is stunning. It is a treat to drive, and you know you're going to enjoy it when you're driving it. Just overall, this is such a pleasure to drive that it's up to you. 2 litre, 3 litre. Obviously the 2 litre diesel is nowhere near as smooth as this. It's a 4-cylinder, this is a V6. That's the kind of questions I keep asking myself about this vehicle, but it is really superb to drive.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm the owner of CHANGECARS and the host of the TV show All Things Motoring. I have one mission, and that is to make a difference to the motoring public. Making a difference how? Making sure that you have safe options, making sure that you have knowledge. In that regard, it is my absolute pleasure and privilege to work with Alan Rosenmeyer of MotorMatters. The man with a hat, I'm the man with no hat, he's the man with the knowledge. Thank you for watching.
Jumping in behind the wheel, you've got what I'm going to call the standard Ranger instrumentation, obviously TFT, but let's look at some crucial figures over here. I've done 447 kilometers on the test, 10.7 litres per 100. Now I've got to tell you, of the 3 litre ones that I've driven, that's a pretty good figure. That is something you've got to also think about very, very hard if you're choosing the 3 litre. Although it's a diesel, it's got so much power, but it's carrying a lot of weight, it's a bakkie, it's all those things. So economy, well, it's okay, but it's not incredible. Can I leave it at that? But again, now being platinum spec, what you do get is things like active cruise control, etc., all those sort of things. And you've got lane keep, you've got lane departure, you've got everything you would expect from a top spec vehicle. And you can see you've got like stitching on the door panels, you've got a B&O sound system over there, you'll see the speaker says B&O, it's upgraded. You've got all those things, so keep them in mind, because this is, as I keep saying, a luxury vehicle. As you get in the Rangers, look at this massive, I think it's a 14-inch tablet screen. It is gigantic, but it's got absolutely everything you can want. You function everything through it. What I do like is the fact that although your aircon and ventilation controls are there, they are duplicated there as well. So you don't have to just use the screen for that. I've got Android Auto connected. It is wireless. There's an inductive charging pad there as well. There are USBs down there too. But you can either use it wireless or cabled. You know that. I don't have to tell you these things. But obviously, if you go into your home screens, you can see what I'm showing you over here. There's towing, for example, and it's going to show you various things. And you can see trailer. It just goes on and on and on. And I'm not trying to be funny at all, but there's your vehicle, and you'll see over there connectivity, etc. And there's a 4x4 section as well. I haven't even found it yet. Cameras, look at that, your overhead camera. I think you know what I'm talking about. It just gives it all. You can see you've got the big fascia across here. You've got a softish touch to it. You've got ambient lighting. You've got a top and bottom cubby holes, so you've got good storage. Now these are things you want for a big family vehicle, or maybe if you're going to go off-road, etc. These are all here. I think you'll understand what I mean. There's, if you're wanting, look at that. That's your trailer tow. For example, if you want to reverse and hook up a trailer, that's your tow bar. So it shows you that. Makes life really, really easy. That's just camera views I'm showing you at the moment. I think you're getting the impression of what I'm saying. There's absolutely everything on this vehicle. You come over here now down to the center console. Here's your gear shift, very standard, but don't forget it's that 10-speed automatic gearbox. I like it, I've got to be honest with you. I really do. This is your drive modes. 2 high, 4 low, 4 auto. Do you want it to choose for itself? Do you want it to do its thing? And if I swing it across to 4 high, for example, have a look over there, and it's just as simple as that, and it all shows you very, very simply. It's really as easy as that. They are so simple, all these functions. Over here, that's very important. This is your modes, of course, your terrain modes, your terrain response modes. You'll see over there, look at that, it shows you, and you can just simply click and you'll get all your terrain modes. That's to switch off, and this is a button I've used all the time, is to switch off the stop-start system, because you know they drive me totally crazy. They really do. But I'm just showing you various things. They're just too many to actually show you if I had to go through all of it right through. But I think you get the idea. And as I said, Ford do give you the multi-modes on your transmission as well, which means you can do what you want with a vehicle, and you can just simply keep scrolling through and get to where you want to be with your modes. It just goes on and on. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but there is just so much on this vehicle, and I think that is so important. I'm just pressing buttons over here. You see trailer, etc., because I'm in towing for some reason. I've sort of stuck into the towing, but I think you understand what I'm saying to you, that it just is incredible what you can do over here and things like that, and your settings for going off-road. But now comes my point. Do you want to take a platinum off-road? It's such a luxury vehicle. It's such an amazing, comfortable luxury vehicle. And then you've got, for example, the wild tracks in the range. Now, would you do it? And I've had this debate with myself for the week I've had the car. Would I take a platinum off-road? It's totally capable. But would I want to? Because you've got to keep in mind that this version costs 1.12 million rand. You can get the 3-litre wild track 4x4 for about 70,000 rand less. Okay, it's not a bargain, it's about 1.05 million. But now, I always say, and I've said so many times, there are so many people who want double cabs who never go off-road, who never use the 4-wheel drive systems, who never use the 4x4 ability. There's a little sleeper in this range that I think could be would be my choice. Can I put it that way? And that one is the Wildtrak 4x2 with the 2-litre motor, not the 3-litre, the 2-litre diesel. I've said 184 kilowatts, you go down to 154. 600 newton meters, you go down to 500. If you're not towing, etc., I think it's more than enough. And that one comes in at 866,000 rand. You are saving 250,000 rand on that price. And I can't help think, it's also got that slightly sportier look to it, the Wildtrak, of course. That slightly rougher, tougher look to it. I can't help thinking that may be the one I would choose. But that's really up to you. I can't make you decide which one you would want. For MotorMatters, Change Cars and all things motoring, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.